If I got a skull in my teeth?
No?
What?
Yeah.
How you doing, Eric? Good? Nice and dry. And roll up. Step to your right. That sign right in the middle. The strengths tonight. And where that gave you there, we'll take it. Good speed.
My guest at this time, none other than 16-time world champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair. And Rick, we just saw the footage. You made things very personal and physical at that press conference. What were you thinking?
I was thinking that it's time for the Nature Boy Ric Flair to step out of the shadow, if that's what you want to call it, of the immortal Hulk Hogan. I've walked that out for 36 years, looking as only I can look. I've wrestled every man alive that ever claimed to be any good and the greatest sport in the world. And right here in Australia, a country that thrives on sports, a country that thrives on violence inside of sports, a country that thrives on rivalry and tradition. If Hogan and I represent the two biggest stars in the history of professional wrestling, what better place than to find out just really who is, I'm sorry to use my own expression, the man. Tonight, Melbourne, 10,000, 12,000 strong. You knew it. They come up. Because they don't know anymore if Hulkamania is Hulkamania. They don't know anymore if the Nature Boy, woo, is the Nature Boy. Let me assure you, there's nothing about me that's changed in the last 20 years. I despise you, Hogan. I despise what you stand for. I despise what you represent. You've always said you're the man. I've known I'm the man. Tonight, in Melbourne, the ball's in your park. I've already made a statement. To be the man, Hulk Hogan, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, as I walk out tonight, Melbourne, woo, style and profiling, custom made head to toe. People in Australia are going to stand at attention to Ric Flair because he will defeat the immortal Hulk Hogan and more than likely end the tour right here in Melbourne. There's nothing wrong with saying I can't compete anymore with Ric Flair. Hogan, tonight, when I'm done with you, you're going to bleed again. You're going to sweat like you've never sweat. And you're going to pay the price for the rest of your lifetime. Because you've got to deal with the deal maker, the Nature Boy. Woo! Melbourne style, Ric Flair. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Go. Oh. You'll look right into this one.
Yeah, he'll be ready to go.
Give us a look there, Dan.
Okay, what the fuck did he say?
Said he was going to end the tour tonight and make you bleed again.
Whatever. All right, am I walking in here or am I already in front, brother?
I think we'll have you walk in.
Cool. How long is this?
About a minute and a half, two.
Whatever. Let's do it.
Got speed, guys. Stay nice and high for me, Dan, so my shadow's out. I just remember to keep in mind.
Oh, yeah, because it's real high,
yeah.
right? Okay.
We're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming my guest, the one, the only, the immortal Hulk Hogan. And Hulkster, just moments away from your big match with the Nature Boy Ric Flair, but Flair fired the first shot when he made things very personal and physical at a recent press conference.
Well, you know something, brother? To say that the word is on the street is kind of like an understatement. It was the shot that was heard around the world. You know, it wasn't bad enough, man, that for a couple decades, Ric Flair was walking that aisle, strutting and profiling, while I was selling out the largest arenas in the world, holding the big titles, brother, from New York City. Ric Flair walked for years in my shadow. This was about to go down anyway. They knew when Hogan and Flair hit Australia, we were going to tear this country apart. But to add insult to injury, Ric Flair had to take the cheap shot at the press conference. Ric Flair had to get the first one across the bow, brother. So the way this thing is going to roll out, in a couple short minutes, dude, I'm going to be hitting that ring. And there's going to be thousands upon thousands of stark-raving Australian Hulkamaniacs with the taste of blood in their mouth, brother. And as I hit that ring, as I tear that shirt, Ric Flair is going to feel the ground underneath his feet start to shake. Ric Flair is going to feel his knees start to wheeze. Ric Flair, his liver is going to quiver, and when I get my hands on him, his back is definitely going to crack Jack. So the way it goes, 7 days, 7 nights, God created the heavens and the earth. And on the 8th day, God created all the Australian Hulkamaniacs. So Ric Flair, you got yourself in a real bad spot, brother. You're gonna take on Hulk Hogan, the largest pythons in the world, brother. The fury of all my Australian Hulkamaniacs. And at the end of the day, Slick Rick, when it's all said and done, and you're gonna be laying in a pool of your own blood, because your blood is gonna flow like wine, brother. Tit for tat, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, mister. You're gonna drop to your knees, and you're gonna say across the whole continent that yes, Mr. Hogan, you are the man. Yes, Hulk Hogan, this is where the power lies. And yes, Hulk Hogan, I'm bowing down to the power of Hulk Hogan and all those Australian Hulkamaniacs. So little dude, I guess the last thing there is to say is what you're gonna do when the power of Hulk Hogan and all my Australian Hulkamaniacs run wild on you. Woo!
Good go.
Nice.